All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about something that is fundamentally changing how we connect, how we persuade, and honestly, how we get our ideas heard. Artificial intelligence. We're going to break down its incredible role in communication and why it's becoming like an absolute must-have in our modern toolkit.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You spend all this time crafting the perfect email or that killer presentation or even just a social media post. And then, crickets. It just disappears into the digital void. Well, that exact feeling of shouting into the wind, that's the problem we're going to tackle today. And the solution? It's probably closer than you think.
So, first things first. When we throw around a term like AI-driven communication, what do we actually mean? Let's pull back the curtain and really demystify this whole digital shift.
At its core, it's pretty simple. It's about using smart tools to make our communication better, sharper. We're talking about using technology to help us craft, target, and even analyze our messages with a kind of precision that, honestly, was impossible to do by hand. And look, this isn't about replacing the human touch, not at all. It's about making it way more powerful.
This right here, this shows the whole story. You know, traditionally, it was all about one-size-fits-all messages for a huge general audience. Everything was manual, and you just had to wait and see what people thought after the fact. But AI completely flips that script. Now we're talking personalized delivery, automated systems, but the real magic trick? Moving from just reacting to feedback to predictive analytics. Think about that. AI can predict which headline will work best before you even publish it. And that leads right to the last point. Our reach isn't limited anymore, it's amplified.
So, okay, that's the what. But let's get to the important part, the so what. Why does any of this actually matter for you or your team or your company? Let's dive into the real-world impact and see what the benefits really look like.
So what's the real payoff here? Well, when you start using AI, you get 6 major advantages that make everything you say clearer, more personal, and just way more impactful. Let's break down each one.
First up is clarity. Imagine having a tool that reads your writing and instantly tells you if the tone is right, if it's too complex, or if it's easy to read. It's like having a super smart editor on call, 24/7, making sure your message lands exactly the way you want it to, without any confusion. Next, and this is huge, is personalization. The days of dear valued customer are pretty much over. AI can look at data, what someone's bought before, what they've clicked on, and help you tailor your message to what that specific person actually cares about. It makes your audience feel like you're talking to them, not just at them, and that changes everything. And of course, there's reach. AI platforms can figure out the absolute best places and the best times to share your message to cut through all that digital noise. It helps your ideas travel way further and faster, connecting you with people you might have never reached on your own. Oh, this one is a game changer. Just think about all the hours we spend on repetitive stuff. Scheduling posts, answering the same questions over and over. AI can automate so much of that. And that frees you and your team up to focus on the things that really require a human brain, the big picture strategy and the core idea itself. And here's the bottom line. When you put all that together, better clarity, deep personalization, wider reach, and way more efficiency, what do you get? You get a message with a massively amplified impact. It's not just heard, it's felt, it's remembered, and it actually makes people want to do something. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like when the rubber meets the road? Let's get practical for a minute and look at a few key tools that bring all these ideas to life. We're going to check out 3 really cool examples. Sentiment analysis, which is all about listening better. Automated messaging, which helps you respond smarter and faster. And virtual collaboration tools, which keep your whole team on the same page. Let's start with sentiment analysis. Wow, this is a game changer. AI can sift through thousands of comments or reviews in seconds and tell you the overall emotion. Are people happy, upset, neutral? It lets you understand the feeling behind the words on a massive scale, which gives you incredible insight into what your audience is really thinking. Okay, so once you have those insights, you gotta act on them, right? That's where these other tools come in. Think about automated messaging, like a smart chatbot. It can provide instant, consistent, and helpful answers anytime, day or night. And at the same time, you've got these incredible virtual collaboration platforms that use AI to summarize meetings and keep track of who's doing what, making sure your whole team is in sync no matter where they are.
So, as we start to wrap this up and put all the pieces together, what's the one big thing you should walk away with? Let's talk about the real strategic advantage here.
And here it is. This is the key idea that ties everything together. Technology isn't just another tool you buy. It has to be a core part of your strategy. You can have the fanciest AI platform in the world, but if it's not woven into your communication goals to enhance your message, not just automate it, it's not going to do you much good.
So, the digital vanguard is here, and it's being powered by AI. Really, the only question left is, how are you going to use it to make your voice heard? It's time to ask if your communication strategy is ready for what's coming next. Thanks so much for tuning in.